Now, just in case you happen to have skipped to this video, let's do a quick review. We have used the VLOOKUP function so that we can type in a value over here and have it look up the model number, the price, and do all of this kind of stuff for us automatically, pull that information off of a different sheet and populate these cells. And now what we want to do is make, we've even gone to the point that we've made it a little more user-friendly as far as if there's no values in here, nothing shows up. Now we want to go and make it even more user-friendly. I mentioned that wouldn't it be nice, if we could look up a customer based on this kind of functionality. And I went ahead and implemented that. So we'll be adding that to this invoice. We want to add a drop-down functionality here so that I don't have to, type in all the IDs. And we're going to do the subtotal, tax, and total, have that calculated for us automatically. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Also, another thing I want to illustrate is this kind of ties in with, advanced formulas and nesting and stuff. I thought it might be kind of neat if we changed this model to just description and had it pull not only the model number, but the maybe the brand and the model number. And we might implement that as well. So first off, let's go ahead and start with the subtotal. We're going to have the same situation here where we don't want anything to show up here if there's nothing, if a first product hasn't been entered. So we'll start with an equal sign if, and let's do F7, because that is our first, the first place that a product ID should show up. It's less than or equal to double quotes, and the value if true. The value if true is going to be simple. Just add some things up for us. F7, the range F7 to F18, and then if the value is false, just put nothing there. So we've got a total, but if we were to delete all of this stuff, nothing shows up on the screen at all, and that is exactly what we want. Now for the tax. This is again going to be an if because we've got the same situation where we don't want, things to show up if they don't need to. Now, I'm not going to reference this time. I'm going to go ahead and reference the subtotal there because if the subtotal is blank, the tax should be blank, and so should the total. But as soon as the subtotal has something, then we want to populate everything. So the logical test is F20 less than or equal to, less than or greater than, I should say, double quote, and the value if true. This is going to be F20 times whatever our tax rate is. Let's say it's 7%, 0.07, and then value if false, double quotes, and closing parenthesis. So now we've got our tax calculated for us. Same kind of thing for the total. Basically, we'll do F20. And the value, if true, is going to be the sum. Actually, we can probably we'll just do it manually. F20 plus F21. Double quotes for our false value. Fantastic. We now have a totally dynamic invoice. Let's go ahead and save that. I do advise you to save periodically because, trust me, you can work for a long time in Excel and all of a sudden lose power, and whoa, I'm serious, you won't be a happy camper. All right, so product ID. Now we want this to be a drop-down. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll go to the Data tab. Remember that on Data Validation, that is where we find this option here under Allow. Make it a list. And for our source, remember, you have to find out what that source is before if it's on a different worksheet. And the reason is, once you click on this, you can't change worksheets. So I happen to have done such. Inventory, exclamation, before and after. No, not after. B15. Okay, so we're referencing the inventory worksheet, and we've got our range there, and click OK. And click the drop down. Uh-oh, not working. That's because, you know why? I know why. Because you're supposed to put equal sign, Ken. equals inventory exclamation before B15. Let's see if that works now. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so we've got now drop downs. Let's click and drag this down. And we want that to be filled without formatting, please. Uh-oh. I have to go through here and delete all of this. Whoops, 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 look. I got this NA stuff. That's because I never, seemingly, it seems we have a problem with, oh, yep, you know what? Didn't even check this out. I need to fix this. It's a good thing we discovered this. Since we're using relative referencing, that is when I copied that down, it's a relative reference. So I need to fix that by making this to the range. I need to make that an absolute reference. Putting a $sign in front of everything there. And now let's copy that down. And we want to copy just the formatting. Let's take a look at what's going on now. B10, this right here, that's okay. B4, H4, something's still not working here. Let's look at this. Oh, I see what happened. Excel is doing its smart thing for us. Check this out. When I filled that down, it has incremented the numbers for me. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. It's showing us the NA because, yes, there is a value there, but that value does not exist on our inventory sheet. So now let's go in here. That's a little better. Okay, so we're good to go there. Let's check this out, though. It looks like we do need to do the anchor these values and make them absolute. And I'll go ahead and copy that down with just the formatting, just in case. Because when we get to the end of that list, that is definitely going to affect us. All right, and everything's working good. And remember, it's doing the automatic one quantity for us, unless we were to go in there and make a change. But why would we need to buy 2 Les Pauls, right? Well, actually, I can think of several reasons why we would buy 2 Les Pauls. But nonetheless, we have got that functioning just fine and dandy now. The next thing for us to implement, which we're going to do in the next video, is customer information here. We want to, have a drop down for the phone. Click on that, and boom,